Libra, hello and welcome to your winter 2024 into 2025 shapeshift reading. We're looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shapeshift looks and feels like for the winter season. I'm Andy, I'm your reader, and I'm joined today by the Wild Chorus Oracle by Abacus Corvus. Libra, this reading is meant to carry you through the whole winter season. So I recommend that you watch it at the beginning of the season at the winter solstice, end of December, and then again halfway through, sometime end of January, beginning of February, because you will hear it differently once you have lived through part of your shift. It will resonate more specifically for you halfway through the season. And then watch it a third time at the end so that you can look back on your shape shift and find the through line of your experience for the winter. All right, Libra, how is Libra shifting this winter season? Wow, who else got this? Okay, whoa. I don't think you're gonna, well, let's look at this together. Okay, you've got the depths rise to meet us, still here, and may I experience this completely. This is not a very active shift to me. It's not like, oh, you're shifting from this experience into a totally different experience. If anything, you are sort of, you're just where you are, but there is an invitation to deepen something significantly. And it kind of reminds me of the Aries reading, I believe, which would be interesting because that is your opposite sign. I'm just gonna pull it up really quick so I can confirm that this is the same. Yeah, interesting. Go watch the Aries winter shift reading, which is called Let It Happen. And that's exactly the vibe. So cool, actually, that your sister sign is giving the same energy of like, we're just gonna let it happen. I'm just going to experience this, whatever this is for you. I'm gonna go ahead and let it take me. I'm gonna just be where I am, even if it's uncomfortable, and let it just, may I experience this completely, even if it hurts, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's not moving the way I would like it to. Because I know that if I stay with this experience, the depths of it will rise up to meet me. I will experience, I will let my roots, the fingers, these like root fingers of the mushrooms, the mycelium, like reaching down for the depth to connect and discover the depths of this space. And then to kind of come through this experience of the winter and go, okay, I'm still here. And what I'm seeing here is almost like a glimpse of like microscopic life under a petri dish with this like wormy creep thing. It's like a microorganisms all like living in like the plant. I don't know. In like the plant cells under the microscope or something like that. And it's like though that mycelium or the microorganisms within that like underground mycelial soil network are still here, even though they're covered in a blanket of winter snow and dormancy. They're still alive somewhere in the depths. So, Libra, you're being asked to just be with maybe some discomfort of a static experience, which makes sense for like a winter vibe that we're in the Northern Hemisphere because it's not the most active time of the year. It is a dormancy and a time and opportunity for you to deepen your connection and your experience with where you are, only to realize that it's actually teeming with life underneath. Even if it appears that nothing is moving in your life on the surface. It's because this is a chance to radically deepen your connection to where you are. Maybe physically, or whatever you're exploring or focusing on right now, or your connection to your body as it is in the present. Let's read Still Here. Where's my book? Because this came out, well, now I want to remember which sign got Still Here. Aries got the depths rising up to meet us, and then Leo got Still Here. Okay, great. Glad we got there. So let's read Still Here. So go watch those readings, especially Leo, because we're having a Mars retrograde in Leo through the winter. That's an experience that we're all having collectively. So it's hitting Leo somewhere in your astrological map. And the Leo reading is called The Turning of the Certainty. So things becoming less certain and the experience of living through that. And then the Aries shift is called Let It Happen. So go check into those, Libra. But let's look at Still Here. Survival, recovery, and tenacity. This triumphant little beast is a tardigrade, a microscopic animal that can survive just about anything. Tardigrades, also called water bears or moss piglets. Are you kidding me? It's like we zoom into the mossy scene that we have here, and these are the depths that we are greeted with, is this like incredible ability to recover from something, to survive something, which is why it's like safe and it's okay, even if it's unpleasant, for you to experience something completely, because there's sort of this like built-in promise that you'll survive it. And that experiencing the full depths of it, experience it completely, will help like fortify your ability to survive, or like fortify your strength in some way. I don't know. Let's look into it more. These water bears or moss piglets are famous for their ability to live through extreme heat or cold, nuclear blasts, dehydration, even being shot into space. Okay, that's wild. When times are tough, they go into suspended animation. Interesting. Go watch the Virgo reading that I just did. Sorry, I'm making you watch all these readings, but it kind of feels like that. They go into suspended animation, and when conditions improve, they plump back up and into action. This water bear's banner proclaims the victory of survival and hints at what they had to live through. Here's your reminder to celebrate how you've adapted, coped with hard times, and made it out alive. It's time to catch your breath, throw a not dead yet party, and admire your tenacity. Offer yourself some compassion for ways you may have had to shut down just to make it through, and get curious about how you'd like to come back to life. This card could indicate that a course of action you're considering is survivable, but just that. It will probably take effort, adaptation, and possibly a toll on your well-being. This card comes as a literal reassurance that missing objects or neglected projects are still here. Raise a banner, rehydrate, remember how to dance. Come out of crash position and look around. Commemorate what you've done and experienced to make it to where you are now. Allow for adaptation and celebrate conservation. Be heartened. All right, I get it. So Libra, you are living through something, or have recently lived through something. I mean, the nodes are shifting out of your sign, Aries and Libra, and into Virgo and Pisces this winter. So they are leaving you. They're finally like officially leaving you alone. And so what they have done, the nodes in your sign and the eclipses that have happened twice a year as a result on that Aries Libra eclipse axis over the last year and a half, may have altered your life significantly. They may have changed you or a part of you in this very personal and significant way. And as you sort of like reach the end of that, maybe over the course of this winter, although it could be like a whole new experience that you get to have this winter, lucky you, may you experience this completely. But there's something about like the depths that you have gained from being able to just like hunker in and survive through this, to survive through the extremes of the nodes being in your sign, of eclipses, like constantly sort of like upending or changing or eclipsing your life. Like you did it, Libra. You survived it. You made it through. And like it wasn't easy, and a lot was probably sacrificed, especially with the South Node through Libra. Like a lot was probably released and let go of, and that may have been painful. And it may continue to be painful, but damn, you're still here, you know? And so there is this sort of like survivor's celebration that is very complicated. It's really complicated to survive something you didn't think you could or would. And to come out the other side and say, okay, well, I guess I'm ready to like plump back up into myself again and find my way through life now that conditions are a little milder, a little more favorable maybe. I'm still here. Forever changed, probably, but still here. Okay, I'm gonna read May I experience this completely, because I think it's really worth it. The shadow of this crystal is infused with light which has traveled through a hard, compressed space. This card's title is a spell borrowed from teacher and counselor Larry Savides. It expresses the intention to stay present with your experience in order to complete a process. This may be a painful intensity or a pleasurable one. That's true. It could be a pleasurable one, but that you like barely survive. I don't know. It's probably there's probably some pain there too. It may ask you to listen to your grief or accompany yourself while in physical pain. It may also ask you to tolerate the sometimes unbearable joys of embodied existence. Working with this card, you're given the choice to participate in a process of transformation. Your practice is merely to stay attuned, present. Let what you are learning settle deeply into you. Let it change you. Notice how you change it as well, like light refracting from the most compressed places within you. If this card has shown up as you're considering a certain path, it will likely require your willingness to experience intensity. Beautiful or painful or both. Your full attention and a little courage are both needed here. Okay, you're gonna get through this, that's for sure. Survivor's celebration. Interesting reading so far this winter, Libra. So I'm going to use other decks now to get to clarifying, see if we can get a little more specifics on what this might bring into your experience this winter. So if it's resonating so far and you'd like to view the rest of that reading, click the link in the description below, and that will take you to the shifting space where we will explore all of these zodiac readings throughout the course of the season together as a community. We will watch readings together. We will track the astrology transits as they unfold in real time and pull cards for each other, chatting on a Discord server. So if that sounds like something supportive to this experience, I hope to see you there. And now we're going to use Isabella Rotman's This Might Hurt and the companion deck This Might Help to pull for some clarity for this reading. So Libra, I hope to see you there. Links in the description. We'll shift through this together. Okay. Libra, what is going on?